Axle locomotives were well out of date by 1900, but the widespread introduction of sanding gear raised their adhesion significantly, giving them a brief second wind. By the grouping, nearly every single-driver locomotive had been withdrawn, but Pollitt's X4s had made it just barely. This was a class of 6 422s, and the last designed by Harry Pollitt before his retirement. Only 2 had actually been completed before Robinson took over. This was actually an order of 10 locomotives, but Robinson was well aware of how out of date they would have already been and cut the order short. Pollitt clearly intended these to be high-speed locomotives. They had massive 7-foot 9-inch driving wheels and a large firebox, and they were intended to run at 200 psi, though this boiler pressure was quickly reduced to 160. I can only imagine the horrendous wheel slip that would come with a 200 psi boiler on a single. They were made for the Great Central Railway's London extension, but by 1903 they'd been displaced from this work. The whole class of 6 engines were moved to Cheshire, where they would work for the rest of their lives. Despite the slipping problems native to a single-driver arrangement, they proved quite successful. They managed expresses there until the grouping. Some changes would be made to the class, of course. 4 of them would be given superheaters, and 1 had a larger boiler for a short time. The first was withdrawn in December of 1923, and the last was gone in 1927. The superheated boilers were kept for stationary use. In truth, the X4s were outdated when they were built, and despite their success, they spent their entire lives on borrowed time. While one of the X4s took part in the Stockton and Darlington celebrations, none would be preserved.